that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On fourth down, Herbert. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Play action. It's Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson to throw. A slant route caught by Bateman. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. He's going to go up top again. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to let it go again. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A final shot before break. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defensives. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
From the 31, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. that might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Herbert.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Pushing his way through. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On the counter, it's Edwards.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They run once more with Edwards. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, 91 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They're going to try and run. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down and 4, Jackson.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Throwing, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Now Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's Jackson.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Herbert.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd down, Eckler. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Herbert.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force